And here we have our finished potato skins. Let's get a nice good close up on those. Cheers. I will be wearing one of my leopard prints for my see-through leopard print try-on haul, so check that out. Let's get into our ingredients. I'm going to be making enough for a whole party for a group of people, so you don't necessarily need this many potatoes, but I'm going to. So obviously you're going to need the potatoes, and we'll get into that. You're going to need your spices. So I like this Creole. I like the garlic salt. On my potatoes, I like a little paprika. And then, of course, some Cajun seasoning. And then we need some milk. Just a glass of milk. We might not need the whole glass, but just some milk. Some shredded or minced garlic. And some cheese of your choice. Whatever cheese you like. I'm going to be using some sharp cheddar because I really want a creamy, cheesy, rich taste to it. And then, of course, some chives, finely chopped. And we're going to need some bacon bits. If you want bacon bits or omit, doesn't matter. You can use fresh bacon. It's even fancier, but it does actually have less flavor than the fake stuff. Which, what really is bacon bits? Deliciousness. Okay, and then obviously some butter. So we're going to be using our butter and our garlic and our cheese and our milk for the inside of our potato skins for the filling that we're going to put back in them. And then we're going to use some olive oil on the outside of our potato skins. So first we have to get the potatoes. I'm going to put all this to the side. So we don't need any of this yet. We just need the potatoes. Also, I'm going to preheat my oven to 400 degrees. You can do 350, 400, whatever you like. You also probably could bake it in an air fryer. I'm going to be using my oven at 400 degrees. So I have two different sizes of potatoes. Potatoes come in all different sizes. It depends on what size you want your potatoes to be. I personally, I like the jumbo and the regular rustic potatoes. As you can tell, in size difference, it's a big difference. The potato skins are only going to be half of this potato. We're going to cut it in half long ways, and then use it as like a bowl. So this one's going to be a really big potato skin, and this one's going to be a really small potato skin. They will definitely bake at different times, which is okay because I'm baking a lot. So I'm going to prep them, which I'm going to show you how to do. And then we're going to put them in the oven, and these will bake faster, so I'll be able to work on these while these are still baking. And then by the time I get done showing you how to gut them, these should be done. And then we will be that much closer to a delicious. I've already washed off all my potatoes. Make sure that you wash them off because there's a lot of dirt on here that you don't want to eat, and we're actually eating the skin. So it's really important that you wash it off really well. I just scrub them off in some cold tap water. It'll be really fun. Huge potato skins. And then we got some really cool little ones, and then we also got some medium size. Alright, so we're going to get a bowl that we're going to kind of rub them in some olive oil and some garlic salt, if I don't break my bowl first. Alright, so we got this, and then we have our pan over here. So let me make room, because I have a big pan I gotta fit over here. We're going to we'll do a few at a time. We're going to put some garlic salt. Just going to sprinkle a little in the bowl. This is actually just to add a little bit of flavor to the skins itself. And then we're going to just drizzle olive oil over it. And it doesn't really matter how much because we're going to rub it. Make sure your hands are clean, or use gloves or whatever you like. And I'm just going to rub it in this bowl until I just want not too much. That's probably too much. So we'll share it with another potato. So we basically just want it to look like this. Like, it doesn't need to be oversaturated. Just nice, and see how it sucked up the oil, how it's got two different colors there. This one's more dark and rich, and this one's dull. So we just want a little coat on there. Rubbing our potatoes, rubbing this olive oil. Again, we're making we're making twice baked potato skins. Just regular potato skins, but we're making them kind of fancy. And we just need a little bit more olive oil. We're so good on plenty of salt. Let's just put a little bit more oil in here. You gotta get a little more grease on the fire. Potatoes are cool because not one potato is the same as the next potato. They're all different sizes and they taste the same. They look different, but they taste the same. Who doesn't love a potato though? Okay. So potatoes are healthy for you because they got a lot of vitamins and minerals in them that you need. But a lot of people don't like to eat them in their diet because they have a lot of starch, or a lot of calories. But I think if you have to use calories up in your day, if you have to count your calories, I think potatoes a good thing to waste your calories on because of how much nutrition's in it. So I'm all for I'm all for potatoes. I'm a fan of potatoes. But if you're watching your figure, don't eat too many potatoes for real. Or you'll start looking like a potato. I'll probably have to cut that out. So we're just going to lube these up. It's getting hot over here because this oven's getting hot. And I do have my pasties from Shein on. This is also an outfit from Shein. I did do a try on haul with a like see-through sheer leopard print, but I had to redo it. So I had to take it down, so I'm going to redo it. You can't forget the panties, ladies. Alright, so see how that little bit in that bowl I was able to do all these potatoes. So let's get them in our pan here. That one's a little greasy. Let's see. Wipe it off. Alright. So this is really just to make the skin more crispy, more crunchy when you bite into it. And olive oil is one of those things, pure olive oil is one of those things that's good for your body, 100% good for your body. Not necessarily, I don't know about extra virgin olive oil, because I think they do something to that, but I know olive oil is good for you. So, potatoes from the earth, olive oil from the earth. It's just getting dinged on its calorie content. But who don't like some calories on a weekend? And I will be doing some live sessions while I'm cooking. So make sure you check out when I go live. And if you haven't already hit the like, please do so. Even if you don't like it, just be like, here you go, girl. Like, I dressed up for you, okay? I hope you're having fun this weekend. This is not the quickest and easiest recipe. This is one of those things that you can always do this the day before you have a get together. But when the food itself is such a hit because like it's substantial. It's like a substantial, like, what am I trying to say? It's a substantial hors d'oeuvre. It's a substantial appetizer. And it's kind of fun to rub potatoes with olive oil. I know some people bathe in olive oil. I've put it in my hair before. Alright, so we got 2 more potatoes. Look at these big. See the size difference? Size does not matter, okay? All potatoes taste the same. Well, that's not true. All rustic potatoes taste the same. Let's say that. Every species of potato. Alright, cool. So, I don't really bother with foil. You could put foil on them. You could put them on a tray. The tray's going to burn one side, so I usually don't prefer the tray. scratch that if I said it earlier in the video, I wasn't thinking. I put them on the rack itself. And it doesn't mess up your oven. They don't leak anywhere. They don't bubble. They don't spill over. They just bake inside their skin like a good little potato. Oh, so they breathe in the oven. And this is basically all you need to do in order to make a baked potato. So you have your olive oil, your garlic salt, and your holes so your potato can breathe. And if they're big like that, make sure it gets into the center, because that's kind of like what you're doing it for, is to penetrate the center of the potato. So here I have all of my beautiful potatoes, all different sizes. I'm going to check them as they bake, and as they bake, I'm going to take them out and prepare them. And these big ones, of course, are going to take longer, so I'm going to put them on the bottom, and I'm going to put the smaller ones on top. Alright, let's get these potatoes in the oven. So, I've got 2 racks here, and one of them, I'm going to actually put one more row down. Alright, so I'm actually going to put this one more row down. Ooh, that was hot. Let's see here. I think that'll work right there. Because see, when I'm kind of oven, well, you can't really see, but I'll show you with the camera. So you just want to set these on top of your, let's see if I pull this out. Can you see it? Alright, so basically you want to just put them on your tray here. As you can see, the tray has the little bars, so you're just going to set them on top like this. Although I said I was going to do the small ones first. So. Alright, so we're just going to take our potatoes and set them on the tray. I usually do one in the front, one in the back. If you can kind of see that. They're a little, but it looks like it's floating on air from here in the camera. But it's actually, you want to put kind of, just spread them out a little bit to where they have enough room to cook. And I got a few more little ones here. Let's see. This one's really little and this one's really little. So we could do that and then that there. And then we'll put this guy on the bottom. We'll put that guy on the bottom. Alright, so we have our top tray full. Doesn't have to be perfect. Let's get into our bottom tray here. You probably can't see this part, but it's the same thing. Just set them. These ones are going to have to go a little closer together. Ooh, that's hot. Hot. These are huge. These are absolutely huge. So we're basically just making baked potatoes, and then we're going to cut them in half and fancy them up, and then we're going to be able to call them potato skins. And this oven is super hot, blowing super hot air at me, and whoo, it's getting hot in here. I actually put this really big one up here because there's room for that guy. And let this one spread out just a little bit more, maybe like that, so they can get a good bake on them. They all need equal heat to cook. They all need heat to cook. Not equal. Nothing in life is equal, unfortunately. Thanks for watching so far. I hope you're enjoying. Big ones can take up to 45 minutes to an hour. Small ones can take 20 minutes to 30 minutes. It really just depends on the size of the potato in your oven. Here we have my beautiful oven full of nicely spaced potatoes. And boy, is that hot. But as you can tell, they will not boil over. They can just sit there in the air of the oven and cook. Don't they look beautiful? Alright, so now we have pulled our potatoes out of the oven. They look beautiful. We've put them on a cooling rack and allowed them to cool. Here's our little guys that were on the top shelf. They came out just as beautiful as the big guys. In my oven, they ended up cooking the same speed. I guess my bottom of my oven's warmer than the top of my oven, so they cooked at the same time, which was nice. I just put them on the cooling rack and let them cool off, because you will burn your fingers if you try to mess with a hot potato. That's why they came up with that game, hot potato, hot potato, hot potato, because it's hot. So we've allowed it to cool off, and now, see, we got this beautiful skin on here. Let me give you a close-up. I let mine get a little crispy because they get softer when they cool. So we are going to now cut them in half and make the filling. And the filling we're going to put in a bowl. So you need to get a bowl for the guts. We're going to cut it in half, put the guts in here, and then we're going to mix all this good stuff in it and then put it back. Golden, they crunch. They like make paper noise. I'm going to cut it down the thin side, straight down like that. Skip that little brown spot. I'm not going to put that in my, I'm going to get rid of that part. So you want to just use your spoon and kind of scoop it like a canoe or like a little boat. You want to gut it. Don't gut it too close to the skin. You want to leave just a little bit of potato just around the bottom of the skin like that. And then you want to, if you have a brown spot, just scoop it out and put it to the side. There we go. So you can see this is hollowed out very, very well. Oh. As you can see, this is very well hollowed out. And we're going to set these to the side on our tray. So we're just going to go through all our potatoes and just gut them into our bowl with our spoon here. And on to the next one. Try not to get too much out. You don't want to leave your skin bare. And then of course here's another little brown spot, so we're just going to put that to the side like that. And this one's good enough. And put that over there and repeat. Alright, so I'm going to cut it long, on the skinny side, and then we're going to gut it. And it will kind of fall out. Like, you really don't have to work too hard to get it, to gut it. And like I said, you don't want to take too much out, so you can kind of go through this part pretty fast. This part doesn't take too much longer. We are going to want to put the potatoes back in the broiler just to melt the topping that the guts. So we're going to actually turn our oven back on to broil. And I'm going to do low because mine gets really hot. So I have a tendency to burn things. Alright, so that's getting warmed up while we're getting these cut open. So, this is actually a lot of potato skins, so we'll see how many will fit on our tray. And cut, scoop. There we go. Don't forget to have fun while you're cooking. You gotta have fun. This could be a little tedious, whatever tedious means. I think this means tedious. Scoop it out. And there we go. And here we go. On to the next one. Cut. Cut. Scoop. And on to the next one. Scoop. On to the next one. Scoop. I'm just going to fast forward this part. It's a lot of scooping. And we have another little dark spot here, so we'll just cut this out. And another little dark spot. And then we'll scoop the good part. Got that one a little too skinny. A little too skinny. And we can fit a few more in here. Let's do a couple little ones. Put them on the side over here. These ones have a little bit less to scoop out. Sometimes the potato just comes right out. A little too easy. It's a little hard to leave some meat on the bones. Alright. And half, let's see. That's a good one. Alright, to scoop it out, we're almost done. This part, see how many more we could fit on our tray here. Scoop. Put. And scoop. Let's see here. Oh, this is a nice heavy one. Here we go. All right, this will be the last one, and then we're gonna work on our filling. So here we go. Scoop that one. And this one here. There we go, just like that. Now we have a tray full of, let's see if I can find room for that one. Yeah, there we go. All right, we got them all on our tray. So here they all are all emptied out. And now we just gotta make our guts. Take this bowl and we're gonna mash in. So we're gonna kind of fork and stir in some chives that we had cut up from the beginning. So just get all those in there. And I also had, in prep time, shredded some garlic, some fresh cloves of garlic. So you can use minced garlic, any kind of garlic. Make sure it's just really finely minced or finely shredded. You don't want any big chunks of this because we're not fully cooking it all the way. So it's got to just have the essence when it gets heated a little bit. So you need it cut up very finely. And it's very potent. And then, of course, I'm just going to do a drop Just a drop. Just to hydrate the potatoes. Alright, so. And we're going to put in half of our cheese. So half cheese in now, and the other half cheese is going to go over here. Let's see what about half is. Ooh, my ring got stuck. Alright. That might be half. Okay, so this we're going to spread evenly on there. But this part, I didn't anticipate it being as much as this. This is more than I anticipated. Alright, so you're going to want to mush this up really well. I'm going to get my little musher that we had in the beginning. We got to get some butter in here. So we are going to scoop, not too much, but enough. And then we also need our spices. So I'm going to start off with just 2 dollops. Like that. And see how far that gets us. We don't need too much because then it'll be like too greasy buttery. So let's try that. And our spices. Bam. Alright, so I usually just sprinkle it on top. And you don't want too much of this or it'll be too salty. Not enough, it'll taste plain. Just a touch of paprika. Do not go crazy with this one. Just a little sprinkle on top. Just like that. Easy does it. And then some Creole. Potatoes and Creole is good. Just hit that. Hit it with some of that. Hit it with some of this Cajun. And hit it with some regular, just a little bit of pepper. Ooh. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to just do a touch more of this. And here we go. So I'm going to use my spoon. I think I needed a bigger bowl. Alright, so I'm just going to play with this until it gets mixed up. Here we go. And we just want to smush it all together with our little, kind of like you would make mashed potatoes, but it's a little different just because you want it to be a smooth consistency. So, and we want to make sure everything's mixed up really well. So this is kind of smushed together. Let's see if we can get it a little bit more. Let's try the fork. Oh, that's tasting good. Alright, so sometimes I just use the fork to kind of, when it's a little bit more mixed together. Of course, this is a big bowl, so probably need a bigger fork. I don't know. Let's give this a little mix. Taste it till it tastes right for you, and remember, it's not all the way cooked. It will melt together, so don't judge it all the way yet. Just make sure you get all those spices mixed in evenly, the garlic mixed in evenly, the chives mixed in evenly. And this is a workout for your arms, I tell you what. Give it up to the professional chefs who have to cook all day. I bet they're buff. Alright. There we go. All right. So I'm just going to give it a little taste. I think it could use a little bit more garlic salt, but all the other flavors are pretty good. It just needs a little bit more salt. There we go. Potatoes are very bland, so you kind of have to give them flavor. They don't have the flavor. Hence the cheese and the butter and the chives and the garlic. Alright, but these are the best party potatoes. And we're going to have a whole sheet for a whole party. And let's see here. That's looking pretty good. Let's see. Yep. That'll do. Okay. Let me use my clean spoon here to stir it up one more time. And sometimes the seasoning sticks to the side, so I just like to make sure there's no chunks of garlic anywhere. Your guests might not appreciate that. Alright, so now we're going to spoon this back into all of these potatoes. A million steps is what they should have called this potato. But don't forget, we're going to need some chives to top it and some bacon bits. But here we are going to, oh, hold up. Wait a minute. Alright, so we're going to want to line the potato skins with cheese. And don't put all the cheese, so half of this half, a fourth of the bag is going in the bottoms of your potatoes. So you just want a little bit in each one. Just to have a nice little bite of cheese at the bottom. And of course, the bigger the potato, the more the cheese. And here we go. Here we go, here we go. It's hard to look at the camera and put cheese in the potato at the same time. Let's see if I can do it. I've never conquered the patting your head and rubbing your belly at the same time, so it's a little dizzying. Alright, so we just want a little bit of cheese, a little bit of cheese, a little bit of cheese. A bite of cheese. Bite of cheese. A bite of cheese. Nice big ones. Alright. So we're just going to do a little bit more here. Fill in our little spots to make sure we got enough cheese for everybody. And you can make these cheese-free, dairy-free as well. You can just omit those parts and use some kind of dairy-free butter or oil. And it probably wouldn't taste as good, but it would be better for you. Alright, now we have all the cheese in here. Now we're going to fill it. Let's go back. Okay, so we are going to start, let's start at this side. And I'm going to pick it up like this, and I'm going to kind of just scrape it in there. And then I want to fold it on top so I don't move the cheese on the bottom. I want to start in the middle and then work my way outward. And this one I kind of want to press out because I actually want this to be flatter because I want it to cook like an open boat, like a wider boat. But I need a little more filling in this one, so just add a little bit more. And then press in the center and push outwards so that it cooks evenly when we put it in the oven here in a second. So that looks good. Let's make sure we have enough to fill up all the potatoes, and then we will go around. And then this is just going to be the inside. We're going to put a little more cheese, and then we're going to top it with our green chives and our bacon bits. It's going to look really pretty. But these are our guts, our potato guts. So we got to get them back in our boats. So I kind of like to put it in the middle, spread half of it up and the other half down, and then work my way around and put some more. And there we go. That one has a lot. That one's a fat boat. So just make sure it's skinnier in the center and that it can go up on the sides so that the middle cooks as well. Because it's not really cooking, it's more just like getting heated. You want it to heat evenly. So now we just do this a million times. I don't know how many is here, but a little scoop in the middle. And this is a fun thing to do when you're stoned. Make a whole bunch of party food. Alright, there's our fat little boat. And this is the best way to make sure that it's completely even, like that everything tastes the same, because if you mix them individually, it's one, takes longer, and two, each one's gonna taste different, so you can have a good one or a bad one. But this way, it's all gonna be even, and all this cheese inside of here is really gonna melt down. It's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be very delicious and very beautiful. This is one of my favorite dishes. It just takes a long time, like longer than most. Especially if you're me. I always get sidetracked. But we want to make sure they're nice and chunky, flat boats, filled with potato guts. And press down in the center. Yep. And here we go. So there should be enough because we added to what was already there. So hopefully we got enough to go around. We might have to dig some back out if we don't, right? Oh man, okay. So this one's be nice and fat. Push it in down so it makes the solid potato. Just a little bit more. I got some little runaway cheese. There you go. Okay. All right. It's a little tiny one. So see, when you're picking your potato sizes, you're gonna have more like, this is gonna be more like, 2-3 bites, like a little couple biter. Or whereas this one is gonna be almost like a whole meal. Alright, so now we have stuffed all of our beautiful half-baked potatoes. They look roughly like this. And now we're going to add the rest of our cheese. So we're just going to use this for decoration on top pretty much. Just to make them look really pretty. Really pretty and cheesy. There we go. Just cover each one. Like a little art decoration here. Hopefully I have enough cheese left over. I don't think I saved all my cheese here. We'll just make a few look cute. But most of the cheese is inside. So let's see, we're gonna do this one. this one. Alright. And let's see, let's take a little more off of that one. Make that one a little bit prettier. Alright. There we go. Okay, so we have a few of them extra cheesy. And then we're gonna actually we're gonna add the bacon bits in afterwards. This is the point we put them in the oven. And, alright, so because we have the broiler on, we're going to want to put it kind of close. Actually, do I want it that close? I can't ever make up my mind. Alright, so I'm gonna go to the third rack down from the top. And we're going to put these in here. A few minutes. They will be ready. See what they look like, huh? So they're just gonna melt together now, and then we're gonna take them out and we're going to let them cool for a second, and we're gonna eat them. And make sure you check out my leopard print try-on haul. I share leopard print try-on haul volume 2. We should be able to take it out here pretty soon. I'm gonna judge it by the ones that have the cheese on it. Like, once I see that cheese melt and I see it kind of like bubbling a little bit, it'll be cool. Plus I have it on low so I don't burn it, because that does happen quite a bit with my potatoes. So I'm just gonna sit here and watch it. They're looking good. See the individual cheese little chunks melting? The ones that have the extra cheese are really starting to melt. Try to get it without the glare in there. Ooh, they're looking delicious. A hot mate. And I'm gonna go ahead and take these out. Actually, I should probably put these over here. And these. Ooh, I'm gonna need another one. That's heavy. Alright. Okay, so here we have it. Here are our beautiful potato skins, fresh out the oven. And let's get our plate here. So here we have our potato. We're gonna put a few little sprinkles on top. A little decorate them with some bacon bits. There we go. And then we're gonna put some chives on there. Let's see if we can get them to stick to the thick part. Nice and evenly. Beautiful. So not only is it going to taste delicious, but it's going to look pretty. Do the ones that have the cheese on it. Just put a little bit on there. Just a little bit for decoration. Alright. And then a few chives. And there we go. Looking beautiful. Alright, and then this one, we'll do a few chives, a few bacon bits on this one. And let me know in my comments below if you would eat this. If this looks appetizing enough for your taste buds. And there we go. Isn't that just beautiful? There we go. And this is probably the last one we'll do. And then we're gonna have to taste one. So all we have left to do is to try one now. Of course, I'm not gonna mess up my beautiful plate, so Let's make one I can try. Look at this little guy. Alright, I'm going to put some bacon bits on him. There we go. Cheers. Yummy. You gotta try these. They're the best ever. And here we have our finished potato skins. Let's get a nice good close up on those. As you could tell, the skins are nice and crispy. They're nice and beautiful. Thanks for watching. Enjoy. Cheers.